Hi everyone. Many times somebody asked me how I tie my soccer pattern. So I decide to make a video to explain each step and which material is important to use and why use this thing of material. So this video will present you um, what is the material that I will use to build my fly. So for begin, it's a game changer fly. So the skeleton of the fly is some shank with two hook. The hook that I like to use, it's not it's my preferred hook to use because it's very sharp, and that for to make the hook set, it will enter really easily in the mouth. So it's a good stuff. This the only disadvantage is the is not really stiff, that bend a little bit, and I know that it's not a good thing for musky angler, but I caught some good fish, 42 inches with that on figure 8, and I didn't have any problems, so I used this hook. If you like a better hook, harder, I also use this one, Rex Blue Water. It's hook made to saltwater, tarpon, and big fish, so it's really strong, but it's louder. And I like to have hook lighter because that will enhance the walking dog effects of my fly. So my choice of hook is the universal curve of Rex, but you can use whatever you want. I like this hook also because the shank is short. I like it because the game changer effect will be more beautiful for me. So this is my choice. To make the shank, I made my own my shank by myself, and I use 0.04 inches in diameter. It's a good way to make shank, not too big, but enough to stay right and don't kink. So I have two 1.75 inch in the front, in the middle. I have 1 inch here in front of the larger hook, and for the tail 0.75 inch about to make the tail. To join the tail with the rear hook, you can use monofilament, fluorocarbon. I use not too kinky because I already use this to join my fly and to make my bite guards, but this material will break when it's kink tightly, and so I don't use to join a part of the fly that can have some tension. But here at the tail, no tension will occur, so I can use this stuff. It's tiny, so I can use a little beadhead to make the join. We will see it when I will show you later how to build each part of the fly. I will use to join the middle shank to the biggest hook. 60-pound stainless bite guard. I use 60 because it's more stiff, and when the wire kink many times at the same place, that will be weak. So and it can break. So the 60-pound is more stiff and so more resistant. That's why I use this. I use the 3/16" because the hole can take the 60-pound wire. Okay, for the tail, I use 3 inches hackle red game. This is the color that I will use to show you how to tie this model, because this pattern is one of my favorite. It's represent a natural sucker, so you can use the color what you want. So this is for the tail. I will use deer hair body to make the center of the tail. To wrap the shank, the body, I will use Secret Stuff of guard side. I use it to make some wing. I use it to dub some body. It's a really good stuff to use. I really like it. So this is for the body. When we build the overbody, I will use Fentex wool in 2 color. For the back, I will use gray and black mixed. And for the belly, I will use white. I'll use it. I will cut some piece about 40 inches long. I will tie it with a tie wrap so they have the same length, and to prepare it, I will take a cat brush and I brush to separate all the fiber and make stuff like EP fiber, or I use this stuff. Why I use it? Because it have a little brightness and it's resistant, so you can catch many fish, and this will stay on your fly. So this 2 bunch of color I will use to make the overbody. To give some bulky effect of the fly and some movement, I use some hackle. The hackle that I will use for the belly, white, and for the overbody I will use Cogdelian. I like this color. That will make a variant in my fly. So it's a different color contrast. I like it. I really like to use a Metzmanium to choose my hackle, because with a saddle, a complete saddle, you can take a feather on one part, and on the opposite part you will have the same shape, the same length of feather, but their natural curve will turn in the opposite side. So when you will join, when you will tie it on your fly, left and right side, they will bend in the same way. So it's more beautiful just for that. So this is the feather that I will use. Okay, when we arrive at the front part of the fly, the the more tricky, it's not really tricky, but the more different thing of tying is for the head. So to shape the head, I will use tubing like this, 3/4 inch large, because when you use this material to shape the head, when you push like that, it will enlarge, and that will give a good diameter to push enough water to make a good vibration in the water, but not too much to really slow down the fly, because I tried to tie this type of fly with larger tubing, and there's too many lot of traction in the water, and when you want to accelerate the fly, you're not able to do, because it's too water resistant. So this larger 3/4 inch is a good compromise to allow a good movement of the fly, but some acceleration, especially on the figure eight. I like, when I do my figure eight, I like to accelerate in the middle portion of the eight and slow down when I will turn. And it's often at this moment that the fish will go on the fly. So to make this variation of speed, you can accelerate and slow down the fly, so this diameter will allow this. If you listen, I have some stuff inside to make some noise. So to make this noise, I will put in hunting shot 1/4 inch. I will use some jingle, two different size, because that will make two type of sound. One, the wavelength of the sound is different. I will use 3 to 4 shot for the air gun, and I will add some glass bed to make some noise. Okay, and I will use some eyes. I will cover my head with, in front, Solaris thin, and for the rest of the head, Solaris flex. I will glue some part of the fly with E6000. That's a good glue, solid. That's what I use to fix my eyes, and to fix my tubing on the head to make it more solid. If you look on this fly, I have a back and pectoral fin. They will fix with a big mono, 150 pound. So I will fix some air on this and tie it on the fly on the back, and we'll use another piece to make lateral fins. For the mouth, I will use simply a balloon. We'll cut the mouth of the balloon, and to wrap around the balloon, I will use the wool, white, and I will fill it with a simil. So I will fix it, and I will cover with Solarise. I will show you at the end of the build fly. So I think that I made the turn. Oh yes, okay. To fix the feather on the head, I will use a needle to insert the stem of the feather in the tubing of the head. I will fix it with bone dry. It's the more liquid version of Solarise. So yes, I will use it to fix, and that's okay for the stuff that I will use. I will tie it with two type of thread, big fly from Uni. So okay, and 6-0 for the part that need more thin thread. I use to fix my my thread on the shank. I use vinyl. Because it's harder than the regular glue for fly tying. So that's it for the material that you need. So I will make some next video for each part of the fly. I will try to do not too long video. You can watch it one after one at your rhythm and build your own fly. My goal is that many of you will let a chance of this fly, because you will like the action of the fly, and I know that it's a really good thing to fish. So I hope that you will take the chance to try it. It's not complicated, it's just a bit long, but when you fish with a fly that talk to you, so you will more confident, and the results will go with. So ciao.